Welcome everyone back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episodes 4:14 and 4:15. Luffy is using the spirit of the conqueror, apparently. He's a one-of-a-kind, chosen one individual.
One in a million.
One in a million. Not one of a kind. One of a few. Well, one of a kind. Technically, yeah, one of a kind. And the kind is, there's a kind of them. Yeah, it's very interesting. We talked a lot last time about all the different, like, power scaling or power system implications and something like that. About how established this system was before it's been revealed. And, like, we've actually are starting to learn more about it. It's been something that's been, you know, if you look at it through a certain lens, it's been since episode 1. If you look at it through another, more holistic lens of all the different things, maybe it was a little bit later, but it's been hundreds of episodes, hundreds of chapters building up to showing this off. So it's really cool. And we'll see how the tides turn in this fight. Is he going to actually go up against BOA Hancock? Will we see, what her situation is with violence? Because it seems like, is she sort of offloading all violence and all action onto other people, or using tactics because it's part of her image and it supports her devil fruit power, which is a very cool thing that we also talked about. Or is she doing it because there's maybe a character reason why she doesn't want to be directly involved in something like that? Maybe she's weak and outside of her normal power. We'll find out this time. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to get 2 set of uncuts, 1 week ahead of edited reactions. Let's go. Men are undeserving of fear. Which one of those terrified women were saying that? Keep telling yourself that.
We're gonna go all out. It's like, no, seriously, I wasn't going all out.
Are we doing this again? Is he getting used to the attacks? Or is it some sort of power awakening where he's countering them on some spiritual level?
Just more
determined?
Yeah. You want to like move her out of the arena again?
It's One Piece. The scale of the arena changes with the scene.
True.
It looked like they were taking up at more than half the arena, but now it looks a little bit bigger. Or is he so confident that he's just gonna beat them up in like 1 second that it's not gonna matter? Okay, well, she's gone. Where'd her body go?
Maybe it was just a weird thing and she was supposed to be down below.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, it's poison as well as acid. Is it poison or venom?
Well,
seems more like venom.
Well, poison, if you're like breathing it in and it's hurting you, then it would be poison, I think. Luffy, pull it together. Smacking him around.
He's still having such a rough time. I thought this was gonna be a turning point.
And spikes again?
Wouldn't be the first time.
But he's poisoned this time. Good thing the poison goes away instantly as soon as you're out of it.
Yeah, he healed, the poison's gone.
So he can breathe some fresh air. Don't breathe.
Whoa.
He's blowing all the smoke out of the way. Leaf blower Luffy.
Gomu no! Leaf blower! Yeah, but she could just make
can
more.
Make more, so you better strike quickly. I love how anything he does, they're like, all men can do this? Oh.
Oh god.
You guys aren't ready for this.
Let's go.
He literally wasn't. Does that look?
Oh. No, she's a real Gorgon.
You get her hair care routine, it's so strong.
It's all the snake oil.
Oh,
Clotheslined her.
just gonna fling her.
Oh, I thought you gotta take her out of the ring, Luffy.
Into the spikes.
Slam her into the fucking spikes. Show her who's boss. Kill her. I really hope he's not wasting any time, because these forms go away pretty quick.
Yeah. I didn't even notice she still had the cloak on. Did you notice that they still have the cloaks on?
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Everyone better move, because she's going right to the audience. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
What a nice guy sending her into the staircase, not the
Yeah.
spikes.
At least she didn't fall on the statues.
Well, she just kills her sisters.
Could you imagine?
Turns them to stone.
Don't tell you you've forgotten his transgressions. Being a man.
Seeing my back.
Not thinking I'm hot.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Excuse me?
I can't take it anymore! She just puts herself
Whoa!
on fire. I like how she had like a giant matchbook.
It's a pretty crazy attack, I will admit that. Time for a haircut. Oh!
I love the music right now.
Other one catches on fire, yeah.
Like, she's the oldest sister?
Oh.
Burning to
Right?
death.
That was close. It's pretty messed up when she's getting, like, burnt. Her face
He's
is
just
getting
like-
all burnt. Says you. Oh.
Have we seen that mark before?
Oh.
Have we seen that mark before?
He's saving everyone's life.
Is that like a celestial dragon mark or something like that? They were like slaves or something? So he was paying attention. They're playing the sad backstory music. Yeah, they were branded. I swear we've seen that mark before. Maybe I just have. Why are you? You're gonna die, lady. Unless she knows. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I bet it's probably a slave brand, it seems like, which would connect all of this back to all the stuff with the celestial dragons and all that type of shit. I feel like that would be like the perfect way to do it. It could be something else, but it looked like the kind of mark that Arlong and Hachi, like, they kind of had, but theirs was for, like, their pirate crew or whatever. But similar, like, either a tattoo or a brand or whatever.
Yeah, well, there was clearly a brand, because
Yeah.
there was that guy with the hot metal thing.
But it looked like a hawk's foot, like a bird foot or something like that, or like a dragon foot. Like it had 3 triangles on the top and 1 triangle on the bottom.
Oh.
So it looked like a footprint of, if it was a bird, then that's like the Navy, you know, they got like a seagulls. Where was it? We saw it for like a second. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how long this was going on. Yeah.
Oh.
3 triangles, circle, triangle on the bottom. So celestial dragons, they got is like a dragon foot maybe, or it could be a bird print type insignia or something, unless, oh no.
Yeah, because at first I thought that there was like more, and then it was like an eye or like a sun kind of thing, but yeah, it doesn't really look like it.
Yes.
But either way, yeah, so it could be related to celestial dragons. It could be, like, there could just be other things like that out there.
Yeah.
Like, we don't, like, they could have really been captured by anyone, especially since they're in the comm belt.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't know what else is in the comm belt.
Well, we don't know if they were originally from here. Do we?
Yeah.
We don't know, because we saw a castle.
Not.
In those images, we saw a castle. Yeah. We saw a castle or like some sort of big city burning, and they haven't mentioned anything like that here. It seems like maybe they were raided and taken as slaves and then escaped somehow, maybe getting their hands on devil fruits in order to escape. That would be my guess. Yeah, whether they were just taken by human traffickers, or whether, you know, like, yeah, there's 2 ways it could go. Either it was something to do with the current situation, and that would loop them back in to get everybody back on the same track for the war that's brewing, and then she would work with Luffy and their crew to help them. Or it's, you know, she might still help them, but it might be foreshadowing, like you said, for something in the New World or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they went to the comm belt in the Grand Line, or maybe we don't even know if it's in the Grand Line. Might be in the New World, but
Yeah, and yeah, they all have it, and it shows up even in the snake form.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy as well. Yeah, like you'd think something like that might go away when you're turning into a giant reptile and all your other features get taken away with it.
Although the persistence is, you know, sometimes your clothes grow or shrink or whatever. Like Chopper always has the little bandage on his antler.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true. That's true. That's true.
And his hat, obviously, is a bigger example. But yeah, very, very interesting. It seems, it's very shameful, which it goes back to the whole thing that her whole devil fruit and her whole personality is about this aura of power and control, because maybe she had control and power taken away from her. So that's why she'd rather die than let anyone see her back, because it is shameful, or it makes her feel ashamed, and it also takes away and reminds her of how small she was.
Yeah, and if it is that, I wonder if she'll like end up opening up about that to all of the people, because I feel like they would still respect her, like maybe not in like the same like crazy adoration, but they would have a different kind of respect for her if it was like, yeah, I was, you know, enslaved, and then I was able to like break out of that and like defeat the people who you know enslaved me, and then you know like
it would be trusting them with her secret, and because the reason why the functional reason why the whole thing of not being able to see their backs and the whole curse lie and everything is because it allows her to have power over them through fear. So then they're afraid, and then she can justifiably turn them to statues and then break them and kill them and execute them and stuff. But if she doesn't need to do that because they all love her, then maybe that would be a better way to do all of this. But it's also true that her power, once again, relies on people thinking highly of her. So it would be a big step forward from a character perspective if she was honest with all of her people. You know, because then she wouldn't need to threaten them with execution for them to follow her or to fear her, and she would also be trusting that they wouldn't tell that secret to other people as well. You know. But we also don't know how much of a secret this is, say, amongst other warlords or the other top tier pirates. You know, like, we don't know if it's like, oh, you know, we're it's one of those things, we're learning it like it's a mystery, but maybe among some circles it's pretty well established or whatever.
Yeah, like in a similar way of like, oh, Nico Robin was this like kid who like did all these things and everyone knew about her.
But to us,
like,
she was so mysterious.
For us, she was just like a random person and we didn't know anything.
Yeah, or say with every island in the Grand Line.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is such a mystery. This is so off the beaten path. And it seems like everything is connected and isn't really that remote.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, because of the world government and stuff. But yeah, that's just kind of the way that reveals kind of go. It's not usually a mystery in general. It's usually a mystery just to us.
I mean, on this, it's a mystery to everyone except perhaps
on this island.
lady.
Yeah, but you know, the point is we don't know how you know, moving forward into the long game, say if she's like an ally on some level in big fights, if it's going to be like, oh, we have BOA Hancock, that means that we got a leg up, and then we fight, you know, whatever, Blackbeard, and Blackbeard's like, oh, I heard that you were just a little slave girl, a little pathetic slave girl, and then he's not attracted to her, and then her whole power doesn't work, so then she's basically useless, you know? Whereas which would be different than right now, where it's like, oh, everybody is under this illusion that she is like this perfect being. Because it's a carefully crafted image. Anyway, let's check out the next one.
Yeah, help her up.
She's like, well, my power is useless against you, so there's no point.
Plus, he just saved their asses. Quit smacking her. Can she? What if she can't?
What is this bargaining?
Yeah. She thinks she's cooking.
I mean, he could just beat the shit out of all of you and then force you if you really want, but he won't, but he could. Classic.
Absolutely stunned. See, he's a good guy.
Maybe he's what? Maybe he's what, lady?
Maybe he's a super cool dude.
Maybe he's the king of the pirates.
See about that? So they come walking out.
Dub.
Nice. It's probably for the best, because like, it would be horrible if you just remembered every second of being turned to stone. Is she naked?
Ugh, just a naked woman? Ugh. What are you doing with your clothes off?
Who's that?
This guy that branded her? I feel like it's gonna be like, oh my god, right. Whenever we... And you're not losing anything because he already
Yeah.
can't be messed up by you. Is that Buggy?
Yeah.
What's going on with Buggy?
They're like, excuse me?
It must have been a celestial dragon that branded her.
I just cannot even imagine. She's absolutely horrified.
This must be why Kuma sent him here, knowing about her backstory and stuff. Is she like in love with a guy that tried to save her or something?
Or got them the devil fruits.
Must have been a real Chad. Yes. Arlong had the same mark too, and I think some of the other fishmen.
You were right.
Mm-hmm. I like how they show Nami.
12. Is this their boat? Or is someone else in charge?
So they were from here originally.
You see the old lady? Oh. They got snatched into the water.
Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Damn!
Who's this badass? Wait, was it what if it was
That would
Dragon?
actually be sick. I would think.
He was an adventurer who later led the Fishman Empire.
Ooh.
Fisher Tiger. The orange-haired sister looks so different. Did she catch a glimpse of him? Looks kind of like Blackbeard a little bit. Or was it? Oh, was that Kuma? Am I crazy?
Kuma's not a fishman.
I don't think they said he was a fisherman. Oh, okay.
I like that boat.
I love that boat.
Oh, to cover it up.
So he was a fisherman.
Very nice.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
She's just like, what the fuck? No. Very nice.
Very nice. Good backstory.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Yeah, sorry for my confusion there. I don't think when they were talking about him vaguely before they showed him that they said he was a fishman. They said that he led fishmen.
Oh.
But I don't think they actually said he was a fishman. They said he led fishmen and he hated humans. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a fishman. And then we saw the shadowy face and the kind of his cheeks and the way that he looked similar to Kuma, but like slightly different. I was trying to place it. I thought maybe they were like speaking about him so codedly because he was actually someone that we knew, but like before we knew them or something. But yeah, it was I guess a different guy. Fisher Tiger.
Yeah.
Badass.
Pretty sick guy. Just climbs up with his bare hands. Frees hundreds of slaves. I'm assuming he probably beat the shit out of a couple celestial dragons while he was there. And then just took off. Absolutely incredible.
Do we know if Tom had a brand? I think he did, but I can't remember.
I feel like he might have. I also can't picture it.
It might be worth it to go back and look, but if it ever comes up, we can say that we thought of it. I don't want to go find the episode right now.
Yeah, I like that. I like the sort of the story of how they, use that brand, and then they branded everyone, whether or not they were previously slaves.
So that it would really erase.
Yeah.
Like the legacy of that.
Yeah, it doesn't just become like, oh, we're covering up this thing. It's like, no, this is the new thing for the Sun Pirates, and everyone gets one, and it doesn't matter. Before
and
it
allows like some doubt as to whether or not they were a slave. If they didn't want to be, if they didn't want to identify as a former slave or a survivor of slavery, they could,
just be
people
like, no,
get it whether
pirate,
or not. Yeah, which is really cool. And the conversation we always have about whether he thought of this or not, I think he probably did. This is something that I think he probably thought of. The branding tattoo thing, because they weren't the Sun Pirates. They were the Arlong Pirates, maybe, whatever, but like, I think, I feel pretty confident that this is something that was pretty planned from the beginning, because we're always unsure about that. So just to keep up with that kind of conversation.
Yeah, I really like the Sun Pirates original boat. That was super cool looking.
That was cool. I wonder if we're probably gonna learn a lot more about them.
I hope so.
Over the course of this, because it seems like they're building up this Tiger Fisher. What if this guy shows up in the fight against...
Didn't they say he died?
Yeah, but I mean, you never know, dude.
You never know.
We think he died, or maybe Arlong will show up, in like the war or something. I don't know.
If Arlong kind of settles down a little bit or gets more hyped up.
Yeah, but really good, really satisfying backstory, really good backstory in like a quasi training arc that, like I said, really well sort of woven in and reconnects us back to everything and makes it all feel really connected and important.
And because it uses so many elements of things that we already know, it doesn't have to be super elongated. Like, we don't have to have a 5-episode backstory. We can have like a 1-episode backstory where only half the episode is really the backstory. But it connects so many dots to all these different things throughout the last 400 episodes that it feels very full and sort of broadens out the world, you know?
Really cool. And she seems to be opening up a lot more. I think that probably will, extend to the rest of her people at some point. I don't think that she just her design and her whole vibe, I don't think that she's going to be like a one-off person from just this island. And the fact that she's a warlord, obviously. We're probably going to see her again. I feel like there's going to be some satisfying development with her. Yeah. Progression.
Very nice. And I like the sisters a lot, too. Like,
yeah.
They just seem kind of silly when they were first introduced, and just all their different reactions to her telling the story and how they're like kind of joking around with Luffy a little bit. It's kind of funny. Very nice.
Very good.
I'm excited to see where this arc's going. Like, I feel like it's been really fun, like, just going from something so ridiculous and silly as just, like, this whole, like, oh, this woman has a weird mushroom and this and that. Like, it's from something so silly as that to now then this backstory, and now we're, like, really, gonna set sail with her and stuff. I feel like it's a very satisfying, like, arc, like, very nice.
Very good. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one on Cards On.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.